Hello, everybody. My name is Brigitte Kaufmann, and today I would like to present you some of our recent works regarding the importance of the superior colliculus in visual attention. In particular, visual neglect of the isolated lesion of the superior colliculus in a human patient. So, first of all, let's get a little bit into the background. So, regarding the superior colliculus, we know from animal models of visual attention that the superior colliculus is the last downstream structure of the fronto-subcortical network. The superior colliculi receive input from the contralateral visual field, the striate cortex, the prefrontal cortex, as well as the parietal cortex and the frontal eye field. Regarding the output of the superior colliculi, we know that they are important for processing visual inputs and control head-eye movements in response to the input stimuli we see and receive during our everyday behavior. So, previous case studies in humans supported this theory by showing that after brain lesions involving, including the superior colliculus, we see patients with visual neglect. However, we do not have direct evidence that the superior colliculi lesion produces neglect because we have not really isolated lesions in humans. These are actually very difficult to find and also difficult to happen, mainly because of the blood supplies happening in our brains. So, however, we had let's say the lucky chance of having a patient on our neurorehabilitative unit, which we were able to screen in our recent project with a very, very rare case. This is a female patient in her 40s, and she had a very, very tiny small abscess confined to the right superior colliculus. You see the abscess here quite well in the MRI scan. The red circle determines the location of the superior colliculus, so we really say it's just at the spot of the right SC. So we did a neglect assessment with this patient. So what did we do exactly? In our neurorehabilitation unit in Lucerne, we usually use the so-called free visual exploration paradigm, on which we have quite some experience. So we already showed that this is a sensitive and reliable tool to detect neglect, and that it is indeed even more sensitive than commonly used paper pencil tests. In short, we show images or photographs, naturalistic photographs to the patients. Each of the photos is presented for 7 seconds, followed by a 3-second fixation cross. And we present these images and their flipped mirrored versions. And simultaneously, we just easily kind of measure eye movements. In the analysis, we can then determine some interesting parameters, and in this particular case, in patient AB, we measured the patient's eye movement and compared it to 15 age-matched healthy controls. So let's have a look at the results. First of all, during this free visual exploration paradigm, we can use several parameters to investigate neglect. First of all, the mean gaze position, which is actually the mean along the horizontal axis of the fixation position. What do we see? We had a patient measured at 3 months after the abscess was treated medically. So we see that she still shows a shift towards the right, and the mean gaze position is well above the predefined cutoff of 1.33 degrees visual angle, which was defined previously in our recent work. However, 9 months after treatment, the mean gaze position it seems to be much better and within healthy performance. Even though at 9 months you can see in the heat map here that there seems to be something a little bit shifted towards the right, but the mean gaze position is actually okay. So let's have a closer look at other eye movement performances. So the mean number of fixation, the time spent per screen half, and early orientation. So for early orientation, I don't know if you already know, but let's repeat that a little bit. Early orientation is the first movement towards the right or the left in free visual exploration. It's similar to what we see from the starting point in cancellation tests. We see actually that at 3 months, here shown in green, the patient shows a typical neglect performance showing a rightward shift of visual attention with less fixation and less time spent on the left and more fixations and more time spent on the right. So even the patient recovers in some variables after 9 months, which is shown here in blue. We still see a significant difference regarding the time spent, here shown in the middle. Here we see an improvement indeed. However, the patient still performs significantly different from the healthy age-matched controls shown in gray with the box plots. Also, early orientation, which is considered as a rest symptomacy in neglect syndrome, is still evident and didn't change at all at 9 months. So, what does this actually tell us? So, this rare case provides actually a very direct evidence for the role of the superior colliculus in directing visual attention and the eyes towards the contralesional hemispace. Indeed, this case even suggests that the superior colliculus is not only a node in the descending visual attention pathway, but rather a crucial neural substrate in the control of visual attention itself. And also here in this summary slide, you can see that if we map the lesion of the patient, here shown in pink, and we map it on a DTI template, we see that with this lesion, parietal cortex connections, frontal eye field connection, and prefrontal cortex connection seems to be targeted. So really in line with the animal models I presented in the background previously. So we really think that this superior colliculus is not only the node in the descending visual attention pathway, but really, I say it again, a crucial neurosubstrate in the control of visual attention itself. I'd like to thank you for listening today, and I would also like to thank you, the team in Paris and Lucerne, for the support, especially Professor Thomas Niefler and Dario Gazzoli, with whom I worked during my PhD, and Professor Paolo Bartolomeo, which is my supervisor currently at the ICM Brain Institute here in Paris. So if you have any questions, feel free to get in touch with us and of course download the JAMA paper. Thanks for listening and have a good day. Enjoy your OHBM conference. Bye.